Jason is going to show a very advanced transfer, the floor-to-chair transfer. And it really is unique that he's able to do this with his level of function. He has function down and including C7. He's going to show a lot of very interesting kinesiologic principles, and particularly the head-hips relationship that he's going to explain, and just his ability to use his balance, and just his ability to actually problem solve. This transfer, when you get back from the wheelchair to the floor, is this a real practical thing that you use at home?
For myself, it is. I'm very active and I do a lot of things. And I probably average once a week on the floor, whether it's falling, kind of sliding off a couch or out of bed with a spasm, or when I'm transferring, or just not setting myself up transferring correctly. Or sometimes, going along the sidewalk, I hit a crack and might stumble out or whatever. I mean, people trip walking, I view it as the same thing. So, yeah, I'm glad I can do it, and it definitely increases my independence. What I do is I bring my knees up to my chest like this, because I'm not able to drag my whole lower half up into my seat. And when I was first injured and first learned this in therapy, this transfer, I took my cushion off my seat, and I would, that would lose 2 inches on my seat, and then I would sit that on the ground and sit on that and gain, 2 inches there. So it was about a 4-inch gain, so the lift didn't have to be as good. So what I do is, like I said, I bring my knees up to my chest, and then bring my left one up. And the technique, or the problem I first encountered when doing this transfer with this, was this left knee would just flop out when I would try to go up. And what would happen was I wasn't able to extend my arm enough to get my butt all the way up in the chair. So what I kind of just play around with my foot a little bit and twist it, and it seems to be staying there pretty good. Another thing is I kind of lean my chest on it when I go to make the initial transfer. And with my knees up like this, one thing I'm fighting is my back and head to want to fall backwards. It's kind of an odd, tuck position under the muscles, I suppose, to hold me forward.
Sure.
And the way I kind of fight that is, if you look at my right hand, it's kind of stuck in the spokes, and I'm, on the chair. And so another little technique I developed over just doing it several times with my left wrist, I keep it straight, straight out like that.
So your wrist is not going to collapse on you either way. You're strong on both sides, and show C7 and C6 function.
Right. So, and what that does, it just adds a couple extra inches, with the lift. And when I give it a shot here, and what I try to do is just keep my head as low down, as I can, and then this right arm, I want to try and pivot my elbow as straight up to the ceiling as I can. It's much more stable and controlled for me to do the actual lift. So we'll give it a shot here. And as you can see, my head, I'm in total control, and my head is staying down, and I'm able to keep my left leg kind of up against my chest, and that keeps that from falling out. And now I'm right on the edge, so if I just give a little quick pop, it gets me in there like that. And then now I just have to kind of put my legs up underneath me, to lean on my chest, and then I'll just lift up like that, and then I just tuck it in, and I'm ready to go.
That takes incredible strength.